Garden Encyclical is a perfect example. How did these ideas come to you?
Well, there are two things. One is, it's a fantasy world, but before you can expect a kid to get to that point of willing suspension of disbelief, you have to make them believe in the world and believe in the character. So that's why I do so much research about owls, about wolves, and about the possible environments they live in. Luckily, owls live all over the world. And then you can get them, you can kind of suck the reader in. Now, oddly enough, one of the most fantastical elements in the owl books is a real thing, which is owls often have what are called nestmate snakes. And they are blind snakes that live in their nests and keep them clean. They eat the vermin. It's an interesting sort of symbiotic relationship. So when I found this out, I thought, this is great. I'm taking a real thing, and I made that first nestmate snake, Mrs. Plithiver. She's totally modeled after Rose in Upstairs, Downstairs. I just love those. And now Downton Abbey. I'm totally fascinated by that whole world of servants and manor houses. But I think, when I was a kid, I kind of liked making little environments. I wasn't that wild about dollhouses, but I did make these little environments in shoeboxes. And I never liked having actual furniture that you'd buy, the miniature furniture. I kind of liked recreating it. So I take matchboxes and make bookshelves out of them. Or spools of thread were terrific, So that's just part of it. I just would take these things and create these landscapes, really. And that's the way I feel that I do it in my books. I'm kind of a detail person in that way.
You touched on this in your last response, but as teachers, we always want to work hard to get our kids excited about writing. And we also, especially with the new Common Core, need to work really hard at getting our kids to do research and integrate the knowledge that they gain from researching content area literacy into their writing. So what tips would you give the teachers here for getting their students to integrate